Hi everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing great this morning. It's Thursday, June 27th. Currently it's 72 degrees. High today is going to be 84. That's actually a lot cooler than it has been. I mean, it was like 91 yesterday and I think it was 90 the day before or something like that. So it's really not much cooler, but 26% chance of rain. I wish it would. And winds at 1 mile per hour. My garden is taking a beating. I mean, I have to water some every day, and I just put it on the roots. Try to, because if you just go out there with a hose and just start spraying everything, spraying all over the place, it uses way more water, which runs up your bill. So they're a lot of things are during the day. I mean, even after I water them, they end up getting like droopy. That's their defense from the heat, really, is the way they do. So nothing's dead or anything yet, but potentially it could. It could cause something to die. We'll see what happens. I'm just doing the best I can with it. Okay. Today will be, or this evening will be, Logan's Awesome Snack Reviews. Always a great show, so check that out tonight. What's for dinner? We never had our sandwiches the other day. I think we ended up having those, maybe it was some of those banquet meals. I think it was the Salisbury steak one. And by the way, in those meals, they give you 3 pieces of that Salisbury steak. It's pretty good. I couldn't eat all of it. And this, the mashed potatoes, they taste real. They don't taste like imitation or something. So it was pretty good. And then I made some warmed up some, what was it we had with them? Wooden peas. I think it was French style green beans or something. No, I think we had a salad. I think we had a salad with it. Yeah. Okay, but we're gonna probably have sandwiches and chips and that's something. In this heat, I'm getting tired of getting half sick in here trying to cook with using the oven and the stove and stuff. It's just it'll knock you over coming in here with everything going at the same time. The heat. Okay, here's our jokes, everybody. Wife, what you doing? Me, nothing. Wife, you did that yesterday. Me, I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished doing nothing. There's lots of things I need to be doing outside, but you can't work out there very long like that. They like to kill us just mowing. I mowed like 2 days in a row. It was rough. I think everyone should divide their worldly goods with the other fellow, said an office worker to another. That's a good idea. If you had $2,000, would you give me half? Sure. And if you had 2 automobiles, would you give me one? Sure. And if you had 2 shirts, would you give me one? No. No? Why? Because I have 2 shirts. Okay. Thought of the day is from Billie Jean King. A champion is afraid of losing. Everyone else is afraid of winning. Okay. And what was I saw? I think I'll try this one. Play classic mode. Okay, time for trivia time. This is geography. It says, which U.S. state is known for its apple orchards? Georgia, Florida, Washington, New Hampshire. Okay, Georgia, Florida, Washington, New Hampshire. I think it's Washington. That's right. Washington State currently produces over half the nation's domestically grown apples and has been the leading apple growing state since the early 1920s. In 2009, Washington State produced 5.4 billion pounds of apples. Wow. New York and Michigan produced over 1 billion pounds each. That is crazy. That's a lot of apples, let me tell you. Which U.S. state is the largest producer of avocados in the country? Wisconsin, Ohio, California, New Mexico. Wisconsin, Ohio, California, New Mexico. I think it's California. That's right. Avocado trees were first planted in Florida in 1833 and then in California in 1856. According to NASS, California now accounts for the majority of U.S. avocado production, followed by Florida and Hawaii. I didn't know they grew it in Hawaii. Okay. Is that the second? That was 2, I think. Which of these U.S. states produces the most cranberries? Ohio, Wisconsin, Virginia, Maine. Wow. I don't know much about cranberries. My guess, I don't know why I'm thinking this, I might be wrong, is Maine. Yep, and it's Wisconsin, which I would have never thought of. The United States is the world's leading cranberry producer, followed by Canada and Chile. U.S. farmers harvested 40,800 acres of cranberries in 2017, yielding nearly 8.7 million barrels. Whoa, and Wisconsin produces more than 50% of all the cranberries in the United States. Wow, okay. In which U.S. state is 95% of the world's bourbon produced? Tennessee, Illinois, Kentucky, Alabama. 95% of the world's bourbon. Well, I know they make a lot of it in Kentucky. That's right. 95% of the world's bourbon is produced in Kentucky, and if you're wondering if there's something in the water, there is. On its way to becoming bourbon, Kentucky's water flows through limestone reserves, the same mineral said to make the state's horses grow stronger. Okay. So it's good for you, bourbon, I guess. Which U.S. state is the country's largest producer of sweet potatoes? Alabama, North Carolina, Maine, Texas. Producer of sweet potatoes. You know, I don't really know this one either. My guess would be North Carolina. That's right. This state takes the #1 spot, producing 61% of all U.S. sweet potatoes. In 2019, North Carolina produced approximately 2 billion pounds of sweet potatoes, bringing in about $324 million. Whoa. In which state are nearly half of all mushrooms produced? Vermont, California, Pennsylvania, Texas. Are nearly half of all U.S. mushroom produced. Vermont, California, Pennsylvania, Texas. I don't know why, but I want to say Vermont. Nope, it's Pennsylvania. Kennett Square, Pennsylvania is known as the mushroom capital of the world because over half of all U.S. mushrooms come from this area. Okay, 4 right, 2 wrong. I hope I got my count right. Which U.S. state produces the most beef cattle? Alabama, Maine, Texas, Florida. Alabama, Maine, Texas, Florida. I mean, you would think Texas. Yeah. There isn't a single state that doesn't produce beef, but of all 50, there are some that take it to the next level. Out of all 50 states throughout the U.S., Texas has the highest number of beef cows, as in 2023, the state had 4.3 million heads. Woo! It's a lot of beef. Which U.S. state produces the most soybeans? Soybeans. New York, Kansas, North Dakota, Illinois. It's pretty hot and dry. I think in North Dakota. I wouldn't think it'd be New York. You should never know. Kansas, I've never heard anything. I'm going to try Illinois. That's it. I used to live in Lombard, Illinois. If any of y'all know where that is. Illinois holds the number one. Illinois' hold as the number one producer of soybeans in the United States remains solid, with the top 11 counties for soybean yield in 2022 located in the land of Lincoln. I forget. Doesn't say exactly how much. Exports of corn and soybeans to the world totaled over $3.5 billion. Wow. Okay, 6 right, 2 wrong. We got 2 more. Which of these U.S. states produces coffee? California, Texas, Florida, Washington. Well, I could be wrong, but I thought like coffee grows in a kind of a like tropical, setting. So California, Texas, Florida, Washington. I don't know. I'm going to go for Florida. No, and it's the other one I thought is California. It is California. In 2002, California farmer Jay Rusky planted beans he received from a friend. 12 years later, his farm, Goodland Organics, placed California coffee on the international coffee map as well. Wow. Even musician Jason Mraz has helped produce and sell Fringe Coffee, a brand priding itself on premium roasts. 6 right and 3 wrong. Which of the following U.S. states produces the most tobacco? Ohio, Kansas, North Carolina, Delaware. Well, I've been in a lot of North Carolina for my job before delivering, and I saw an awful lot of tobacco. Could be wrong, but I want to say North Carolina. Yeah, it's it. Tobacco farms in the U.S. produce approximately 800 million pounds of tobacco in the year 2012. Of all these, the states of North Carolina, Georgia, and Kentucky combined to account for almost 80% of the production. Wow. Okay, everybody, I ended up with 7 right and 3 wrong. I don't know if I miscounted one. I may have done 11. I'm not for sure. But anyway, I like that. I like, things about learning about different states and stuff. But anyway, I've lived in a lot of the states we talked about. Pennsylvania, Alabama, Illinois, lived in Michigan, and around Tennessee now. I was born in North Carolina, so I know something about some of these states. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Be looking tonight for Logan's Awesome Snack Reviews, everybody. We're going to have a good one. We got a bunch of good stuff to try. So we'll see you later on, everybody. Bye, and God bless.